colleagues, gentlemen of the press, as well as members of the civil society organization, today we have listed for appearance the Federal Fire Service. The Federal Fire Service got a sum of 1,484,903,760 naira. 1,484,903,760 naira as COVID intervention fund between the years 2020 and 2021. Honorable colleagues, I want to report that the Federal Fire Service has been invited on 3 different occasions. The first being in the month of November 2023, the second one in the month of December 2023, and then today, Wednesday, 31st of January 2024, being the third scheduled time of appearance for the Federal Fire Service to come and explain how this sum of almost 1.5 billion naira was spent. Apart from writing letters to the Federal Fire Service, we also caused adverts to be placed in national dailies on 2 different occasions. The last one being on the 4th of January of this year to invite this agency of government to come and defend this expenditure. And as I speak, we gave them, today we asked them to come at 12 noon. This is 1 hour later. We have not seen the Federal Fire Service. Also, Deputy Chairman, honorable colleagues, I want to report also that the National Center for Disease Control, which got 5 billion naira, the Ministry of Agric, which got 63.8 billion naira, Ministry of Agric, 63.8 billion naira, the Ministry of Women Affairs, through the Center for Women Development, 1,250 million naira, 1,250 million naira, as well as the Ministry of Health, which got 53 billion naira. Some of the agencies which have not been exhaustively dealt with. But in particular, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, 5 billion naira, and the Ministry of Agric, 63.8 billion naira. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, 33 billion naira, have not made, and the Center for Women Development have not made any appearance. For those ones, they had been invited only twice. And just yesterday, we caused a letter to be written to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, the Ministry of Agric, the Accountant General, and the Ministry of Women Affairs, giving them one more chance of appearance, which meant that we did yesterday to give them one further chance of appearance within the next 1 week. But for the Federal Fire Service, this is the 3rd opportunity that has been given by the Public Account Committee to them to come and explain the expenditure of 1,484 million naira. And I thought I should report this to the House so that this Constitutional Committee can decide on the course of action. First, the Federal Fire Service, which is meant to come today, being the 31st day of January, the 3rd appearance, and then these other agencies to which we have given fresh letters of appearance. So first, honorable colleagues, I want us to deal with the issue of the Federal Fire Service. Let me know whether there are comments, questions, observations. Honorable Zakari Yampa.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, you will recall that I'm the mover of this very important motion after a lot of pressure from Nigerians about the alleged misuse of these funds during the COVID. Mr. Chairman, you have used this committee to do justice to this investigation. So many agencies have appeared. The investigation is ongoing, and I see no reason that our agency of government that got over 1 billion naira we refuse to appear before this very important investigation, very constitutional committee that we supposed to respect. The whole Nigerians are respecting this committee because of the constitutional power it drives. And if Federal Fire Service will deal with the committee this way, I feel we should summon them to appear on a specific date. That is my position on the Federal Fire Service. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Honorable Olumide Oshoba.
Thank you, Chairman, my distinguished colleagues. As you rightfully said, this is a constitutional committee, and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria clearly states that all ministries, departments, and agencies of government shall, I repeat, shall be subject to summons by the Public Accounts Committee to come and verify their spending. And I am sure all the people in the Federal Fire Service are Nigerians, and they swore by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So on this note, Chairman, I want to take the leave of my colleagues to send a strong message to the Federal Fire Service that this is the final and last summons we've given them, and we should take the necessary action against the Federal Fire Service. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable, overtaken? Yes, Honorable Akiba.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Deputy Chairman, distinguished colleagues, going by your briefing and the opinions of colleagues here, I'm also of the opinion that fire service, we should use this medium as a medium to give them the last invitation. I mean, failure to meet this invitation, then we should deploy all powers that is given to us by the Nigerian people to deal with this issue. I so speak. Thank you.
Yes, please, Deputy Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Highly respected colleagues. I just want us to know that in the course of the presentation of the chairman, Federal Fire Service were given invitations for the third time, and they didn't appear. Others had 2 invitations. And for us, and for me, I feel we have exhausted all the chances necessary for this agency. Therefore, I want to advise and call on this honorable committee that in the form of a motion that Federal Fire Service should refund to the coffers of the government, to CRF, the sum of 1.4 billion naira to Consolidated Revenue Fund, being monies released for COVID-19 intervention, because they did not appear here to tell us, to tell this committee that they have actually utilized this fund that were released to them. I so move, Mr. Chairman, sir.
Okay, yeah, before the, okay, yeah, there's a seconder. All right, Reverend, please.
Yeah, Francis Ejirogane Wivers, my name Ugele North, Ugele South to do. I second the motion ably moved by the Deputy Chair that the Federal Fire Service refund to the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the sum of 1,484,903,760 naira. Failure to do that, they should face the consequence of the law, all those in charge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, honorable colleagues. Before I put the question, I just want to also put a little context, to this. Because like honorable colleagues observed, apart from the constitutional powers of the National Assembly, and apart from the constitutional mandate of the Public Account Committee, there are also financial regulations which govern public expenditure. And paragraph 3115 of the financial regulations of the Federal Republic of Nigeria states that an accounting officer who is queried for his failure to manage or spend public funds effectively, or who spends public money without due regard to economy contrary to paragraph 415, and fails to reply to query shall be removed from the schedule and be disciplined in accordance with public service rules. In other words, one of the consequences of failure to account for money is also to be removed from the schedule of further releases by government to such an agency. Number two, paragraph 3112 states that where an officer fails to give satisfactory reply to a query within 7 days of failure to account for government revenue, such officer shall be surcharged for the full amount involved. The full amount involved, and such officers handed over to either the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, or the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission. So the full surcharge is what this motion seeks to accomplish. If they got 1,484 million and they have been given opportunities to come and explain how the money was spent on 3 different occasions, not even a letter from the Federal Fire Service, no submission of documents on 3 consecutive times. So I want to put the question, those in favor of this motion that the Federal Fire Service refund a sum of 1,484,903,760 naira to the Federation account, you say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. By this motion, moved and carried, the accounting officer of the Federal Fire Service of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is hereby ordered to refund the monies released as COVID Intervention Fund in 2020-2021, 1.4 billion naira to the Federation account within 7 days and provide evidence of such refund to the Public Account Committee. Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, 5 billion naira. Ministry of Agric, 63.8 billion naira. Accountant General of the Federation, 33 billion naira. And the Center for Women Development, 1.25 billion naira, have been given further letters of invitation to appear for the last time. And I want to re-emphasize this, that this is the last opportunity. This motion moved by Honorable Zakaria Iyampa, passed by the House, with a specific time frame for us to finish. The Public Account Committee has so many other assignments. The COVID-19 investigation is just one of such. And we can't keep on, on this same matter for too long. So the NCDC, Ministry of Agri, Accountant General, and the Ministry of Women Affairs through the Center for Women Development are given up to the next 1 week to be able to respond to these queries, or we move to resolve those issues against them. Those in favor of that say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you very much, honorable colleagues.